This is a demo video for the Google add-on VEF1. This is the Google Sheet editor add-on, and this is only for some specific tasks. And here you can see it requires these sheets. Here all the voucher entry comes. This is the sheet for number 1, sheet 1. Here the entry should come, and here some other supportive documents. These are budget allotment and budget sheets and some SOR codes and party codes. These are required for data entry, for voucher entry, so that there is no mistake. So let's see what is happening here. This is the extension VEF1, and this type of 3 different entries vouchers can be done. And here first is the tender entry. In this it will open a sidebar and it will load the data from this sheet. So here there is SOR and tender. So here these are the tender code in column A, and these tender codes will be loaded here. And depending on this tender code, one can use few things. This is, you can see the party code. The party code depends on tender code and round. So still round is not selected by us, so we cannot use this. And yes, there are party codes, party by registers, and with party code you can see that this is range. So on which range this code is applied, means this tender code is applied for which code, that is done using this party codes. And so all these sheets data is inputted here, and let's see how it happens. So in tender code we selected suppose any tender code, and in budget codes here these are the budget sheets, only these are the available. And yes, there should be some allotment or some remaining allotment here, then only we can do the data entry. And there is only data in 6 number budget, so here we should see the 6 budget only. And here also you can see, but suppose I enter 12, then it rejects no budget code found. So suppose I enter 7, then it will take, but here remaining allotment is 0. So in this case we cannot do this entry because the remaining allotment is 0. Remaining allotment is 0. If subtotal is greater than 0, we cannot do this entry, right? So let us choose some other. Okay, let's see how what is happened. Now suppose we have to choose data entries. This is February month. Docket number is a file number. This is manual entry. And round, this is a part of the division office. Suppose we choose round, that bit depends on round, plot depends on bit. These are all dependent, and area for the plot will come automatically. Here bill number, that is whatever bill you have taken from the merchant or the tenderer, right? We have to write here, and here we have to choose the bill date. Let us choose the bill date. Here this is the party code, and this is the only party code which is assigned for this tender code. So this party code is here, and that depends on tender code also, tender code and range both. If it is written division, then it will be applicable to all ranges, otherwise it will be applicable to some of the few ranges. So here this is party code, and depending on party code, all the data of the parties will come here from this sheet, agency name, party name, and so on. And this is desktop, means a manual book in which we have to enter, and this MB number, desktop number, and page number we have to write here. Then SOR codes, these are the codes here. You can see the SOR division code, these are the SOR codes. So these division codes also depends on tender code. we have chosen and the range we have chosen. So here these are the underscore SOR codes. Depending on SOR codes, this particular means work description will come. Type of work, type of the bit digging, or what order number means something that may be a number on which the order was done. And this is the work order date, work start date, and work finish date. And now and automatically be depending on SOR rate, it takes the rates from this whatever we have chosen here SOR code. Depending on SOR code, this rate will come and unit will come. And now here we have to enter something. So let us say number of 1 unit. Okay, so here subtotal remaining smaller than remaining allotment. So this is the error, subtotal remains smaller than. So here subtotal should be smaller, but subtotal is higher than the remaining allotment, because remaining allotment in this budget is 0, right? So we have to change this. But when we change the budget code, let's say 6 and enter. So this changes, and now it should remove the error. Yes, the SOR code remains as it is, and yes, the error has been removed. So now the remaining error limit is this. So this is different thing, remaining limit, and remaining allotment is also different thing. So here this is the first entry. In the same tender code, we can do another entry. If there are 2 or 4 items in the same bill, then we can do that also. And here this is about the bidding work, and these are some numbers. And here suppose it started on 12 and it was finished here on 13. So we can write here 13 start and finish date, and number of units, and depending on number of unit, amount is calculated. SOR rate has been taken from the sheet. One more entry can be done, but maximum you can do 3 entries. Remarks by RFO, if there is any particular remark. So this is a demo video for showing how the scopes or permissions are used, and this approved rate, and these are taken from SOR tender code, and everywhere there are party code. So let me say, from that we can choose this approved rate, and this automatically comes. Here the adjustment means sometimes there is some discount like 3 rupees, or that to rounding off the final amount. So this can be done here, and this is as per the tender requirements. This TDS, total labor cess, and all these things have been taken from the sheets only. And sheets you can see there are bhavpatra, tender codes, jet sheets. From all these the data has been taken. Okay, so there can be 3 types of things: estimate, budget, and bhavpatra. So here SOR and tender. So data has been taken from this sheet. This is the net amount, and now let's go to the sheet number 1. Okay, so if we submit and if it is everything is okay, then the entry will come here in the next row. So here we click adding data. So actually this goes somewhere else first, and then it comes here. So here you can see data is submitted with serial number 501, the tender entry. The serial number is taken automatically from this sheet only, obviously. So it comes here after inputting from another sheet from where this data is going. Yes. Okay, still it is waiting. It is working on this, but at this time also we can do some entry, and there will be no mistake, because at the time of submission it will check the serial number tender code again. So it will take some time, and still it is working here. Probably my internet connection is slow, so why it is still working, I don't know. It should come here. Let's wait for a while. And okay, by the time, let's see another form also. So here this is VEF1, and here you can do pre-entry voucher. Pre-entry means this is not tender entry. The tender has been not passed, but suppose you purchase small things, then you can do here. Yes, you can see the standard entry here now, 501, which we did right now. So this is here, and you can see all the fields which we have done. Automatically this data has come here, but since it is locked, it is not editable from the sheet. If you want to edit, then you have to do this VEF1 and edit voucher entry. So in free entry also it requires budget code, but it doesn't require the standard code, and it requires few things, but this round bit plot, these are not required. But yes, you can edit. Party code depends on the same thing. Work description, here you have to write what you have purchased, here ball pen and write anything, and you have to submit the value. Here you can add up to 9 different items, and you can add the values. If you want to remove the item, you can remove also, but at least one item you have to add. And here also remaining allotment is decided from the budget sheet, means from budget. Here the remaining allotment in n column budget sheet. So this total amount should be smaller than this budget code. And after submission, it will come in the same sheet, sheet 1. Here it will come. But yes, it will go further else, and then it will come here. So it is not editable, right? Here I want to edit, then yes, but editors can't do. Okay, next is VEF1 D wages entry, means daily wages salary. So this entry can be done from this daily wages salary entry. So here also it will take budget and everything which is required, but here it requires only few things, and these are also taken from this sheet only. This D wages registration is done here, and this is done from some other sheet, and this data is used here, and here this is D wages sheet. So this sheet is prepared here, and using this sheet now we can pass this for voucher, right? Suppose we enter 6 number budget code, and data entry month is February. Docket number means file number, which file you are submitting. Round bit plot, it might be dependent, it might not be dependent also. Some daily wages person might be working in many divisions for that, and it's okay. Here we add this, so it will take the data from this sheet. So it will take the data from this sheet, and then salary month, that is also coming from this sheet, daily wages salary, everything. And if there is remark that he has worked for this many days and this and slow, then it can be written here. And then the net payable amount that should be submitted, and that also should come in the same sheet, sheet number 1. Here it should come, but for daily wages the numbers are different. The last number probably 38, then the new number should be 39. But yes, this is also rounding and rounding. Yes, 39, your data has been submitted with serial number 39. Okay, now let's go to the edit voucher entry. By the time this entry will come here, so here edit voucher entry. So if there is some mistake in voucher and you want to edit that voucher, that it can be done. Here this is 39. Now the entry is here, showing here, right? And yes, you can see bank, state, month, and everything. DA, medical allowance, HRA or at 0, and final subtotal amount, and after deduction this is payable total amount. and this CPF, PF, PF professional tax is cut from his salary. This is the final net amount. Right, this is the unique code of this data entry. Okay, now this is edit voucher entry. Somehow it is still loading. Let me load it again. Okay, now here it is. So if I want to edit tender entry, then I should choose tender entry, and I have to write the serial number here. Suppose we have just did 501 number entry here, you can see, and suppose we want to edit some of the data, then we have to enter most of the data again, but few of the data will be collected here for him.